I hope this video helps. Please check out the playlist, Evidence for Christianity, Evidence for the Bible, End Times, and the Book of Revelation. I'll leave links in the description for all four. Enjoy. So the garage door had a bit of a situation with the car. Backed up a little too early before the garage door was completely up. Snagged it, and now we're bent. Let's see if we can get this fixed. It did pop out that bottom roller, but I popped it back in, but that one still popped out. Then on the other side we got, well, we got one popped out over there. So first thing I want to do is unplug it from the outlet, and then you need to dislodge it from the track here. Not dislodge it, but unhook it from that chain that's in the track. As you just pull on this lever, and then you'll be able to move the garage door up and down freely with your hands. Thank goodness nothing really happened to the roller on the bottom, because that's the one that's attached to the spring. So I'm just going to make sure I tighten the hardware on that, make sure it's good and tight on both sides. And it is. So the plan is to raise the garage door just a little bit and then secure it. From what I can see is we've got some rollers to take off and got those hinges to take off, and then we should be able to do it. So let's secure the door, raise it up a little bit and secure it. I'm going to stick these dowel rods that I cut into the track here, and then I'm going to clamp this onto them and then do that underneath the rollers to help keep it from dropping. I also have a old crib frame that I'm going to be wedging up underneath the underneath this part of the door to keep it from going down any further. So I won't be able to just remove the bottom panel because I don't know how to get the tensioner spring locked in place so it doesn't just yank the roller up, because I'm an amateur here. I'm just showing you how I do it. I'm not a professional. I have no clue what I'm doing.
No clue.
No clue. But I'm going to get it figured out. Anyway, I'm going to leave that roller at the bottom installed. Everything seems to be fine with it. And same with the other side. So this one's popped out of its groove, and I'm going to go ahead and remove it, and then remove the other side for this second roller. I have a T30 Torx bit for this part of the hinge, and then a 11mm socket for this part. Let's take the roller off and then fix this part. So I want to straighten this roller hinge out real good before I put it back on, and then I'll go to the other roller and then get it all straightened out, put it back on, and then I'll try to straighten the door out, because I need something to push against with the rollers in there. That looks pretty straight. Everything looks pretty good now. So I also have some garage door lubricant I'm going to spray on the roller and hinge here before putting it back in. Now I can put the roller back on, and the way you do that is just stick it into this side of the lip first, and then you can hinge it back and it goes right in. So now that the hinge is all straightened out, I cannot get it to line up with the other panel. I'm going to have to straighten out this bottom panel somehow first. So I'm going to go to the other side, get the roller taken out, adjusted, and then put back in, and then we'll straighten this out. Now I'm going to remove this hinge, the one that's next to the right side. You do not want to remove all the hinges. You want to make sure that the bottom panel is still secure to the top, because that bottom panel has the tensioner spring put on it, and you don't want it to recoil and then hurt somebody. So I'm just removing the two hinges. I'm going to try to push from the outside to straighten out the panel. So I just took the bottom screws off that hinge right there. So hopefully now I can get it to interlock correctly. So now I'm going to go outside and push on the door and see if I can bend it back in. So I was able to get the bottom door straightened out doing that last push there. And let's see if we can go ahead and interlock them correctly now. There we go, we got it. So there's just a bent part over there on that second panel that I need to push in from the outside. I'm gonna go do that now. But before I go do it, I need to secure that edge right there, because on the second panel that corner is wanting to pop out towards the inside of the garage. So the only way I can get that corner secure is to go ahead and connect it back to the hinge. So I'm going to do that now. All right, so as I was bolting that roller hinge back on, everything kind of popped into place and interlocked. You definitely have to watch your fingers, because there's a lot of pinch points that can happen here. So anyway, just have this second panel that I need to push from the outside in order to straighten up a bit. And then on the bottom here, you can see that part right there needs to be pushed in. I'm gonna go take care of those right now. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so here's my slight bulge here I'm going to take care of with a little bit of force. I got a chunk of dowel rod here and a hammer. So everything is looking pretty good. I just need to put the hardware back on these hinges and put the hinge on the right one there. And then let's pull this bottom part in a little bit more after that, and let's see if it works. So before I put this hinge on, I'm going to try and hammer out some of this nonsense. It's kind of a mess. All right, that hinge is on. So all that's really left is I want to pull this bottom part in a bit. You can see it's cracking there a little bit, but that's to be expected. There we go. I think that's it's about as good as we're gonna get it. Let's go see what it looks like on the outside. So outside is looking a little bulgy here since I put that hinge back on. I wanna get that kind of flattened back out. There we go. Just a little bit of hand pressure. This part down here looks a little bulgy. Yeah, not too bad. I'm happy with it. If I could just get this little bit here to... Alright, let's go test it out. So I got the clamps removed, and you want to make sure that you might want to hold up on the door when you do that because it's going to want to drop. And let's go ahead and test it out. I got it plugged in up there. So let's push the button and see what happens. Oh, there it goes. Huh. Worked perfect. No issue at all. Let's try that going down. Uh-oh. We still got some issues. So my only issue is I had something blocking the sensor. I had the wheel of my dolly there in the way. Let's try it out again. All right, going down. Awesome. So I got a spot here on the right side where the track is kind of bent out from the wheel popping out. I'm just gonna bend it back in with some alligator pliers here. And make sure you don't go too far. That looks good. Now here on the other side. Looks good. So there it is, all after the fact, after running it a while. Little gap. Not too bad. I'm happy. What's wrong with it, Ridge? Oh. Yeah, that's probably bug poop.
Yeah, bug poop.
Yeah. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. If you want to connect with me, I have a public group on MeWe called Share Your Trade. I'll leave a link in the description for that. And if you want to support my channel, or if this video has helped you and you want to give back in some way, just join Robinhood in the link that I'll leave in the description, and then we both get a free stock. Thanks for watching.